Hello, this is Vicki Snyder-Young, and I'm coming to you this July with a message for the collective. And I have chosen actually to use two different decks, the Empaths Empowerment deck and Sacred Medicine, two of my favorite decks to use. Both different, but also with very good messages. So I pulled two cards from each deck. The first one I'm going to focus on is the Empaths Empowerment deck. And the first card I pulled for the collective as empaths and those sensitives is be lighthearted. Be lighthearted. So it says, set your intention to be easygoing and playful today. Gift yourself some carefree time to have fun. So very important for empaths is not to take life so seriously. Yes, there's a lot going on in life, a lot of emotions and people suffering, but there's also a lot of joy. So making sure that you're balanced with enjoying and feeling. So if that makes sense. That's what I'm hearing is enjoying and feeling. So don't get so wrapped up in all of the heavy feelings that you forget to be lighthearted and to have fun. So find something that allows you to be lighthearted, that raises that vibration. On this card, he's playing music. He has a violin. So music is a great way to raise your vibration and move with it too. You know, sing and dance and move. Great way to raise your vibration and get out of those heavy, dense energies. And the other card that goes with it for the collective is opinions are the lowest form of knowledge. And this says, do not be thrown off by others' opinions. Simply say, I appreciate your input and do what intuitively feels right. Again, be lighthearted with that. If you have people coming at you with their judgments and their beliefs and whatnot, just, I appreciate it. And do what feels right for you. If it's walk away, but you don't have to engage. You can change that situation to be lighthearted. Especially now as I'm going to probably say this a lot going forward, but as we're starting to get into election stuff and everyone has opinions, politics. And I believe I said in the last video, and I'm going to say it again in this one, is you don't have to discuss all that kind of stuff with people. And my famous, not famous, but favorite, I should say, I don't think it's famous, but is to say, you know, to be middle ground. So you're holding that space, but also not sacrificing yourself. And just to say that something about the hate, that you just want love, that you don't want to see the hate. And that, I feel, really brings people back to how they're talking, what they're saying, what they're putting on you, is to come from that place of love and be lighthearted with it, you know. Agree to disagree. But anyways, be lighthearted. And the next deck is that Sacred Medicine deck, which is by Asha Frost, Native American. And we have first card, Peaceful Warrior. And the one, I'm going to show you both of them. This is the spring equinox, even though we passed that. But both of these cards, if you can see, have eagles, birds. And birds are messengers, so they're bringing you messages in July. So making sure that you are getting the messages. I love both of them have the sun as well. So getting energy and messages from the birds, from the sun. This Peaceful Warrior is that maybe this month something's going to call you to have to stand up. And you can do that in a way that is kind and loving. You don't have to be an aggressive warrior. You can be loving and peaceful. So follow the messages that you're given from the environment and your guides, and tuning into your intuition on what kind of weapon is your weapon to use for these fights, this warrior that you have to be. Is it your words? Is it love? Is it a gift? You know, something. It doesn't have to be, a warrior does not have to be aggressive. As I said, they can come from love and just help to fight any kind of negative vibrations or lower vibrations, to lift up the rest of the world, lift up themselves. So you're definitely being given some healing abilities as well with this. And so maybe that's it. Your weapon is healing. That's just coming to me. So the spirits are talking to me, and that is definitely for some people out there, that don't fail to use the weapons that you have, the tools. I'm saying weapons because he does have a weapon in his hand on that card, but it is a tool for healing, to bring forth those messages. You're being called to do some healing, and that may be healing for yourself, or it might be healing for the community, just healing in any capacity. The spring equinox, the eagle, very beautiful, very big totem, brings you closer to source. If you follow different traditions, shamanic traditions and medicine traditions, often the eagle is in the east, so the start of a new day. But on the Andean medicine wheel, it's the east, but it's also becoming one with spirit. So with that medicine wheel, you're starting in the south and working towards the east. So that's becoming one with spirit. So knowing that in July, you're becoming closer to spirit. You're becoming closer. The connection is becoming clearer. So Spirit's definitely trying to get your attention in July. So listen, don't blow it off as your imagination or any of those things, and just ask for those messages, making sure that you're giving yourself stillness so that you can get the messages that the source, the creator, is trying to get through to you. It's a new time. New things are happening in July for you, and it's a good thing. So don't fail to listen to your inner guidance and the guidance that's coming to you from outside. So it's interesting. They're really showing inner and outer. So bringing those into balance so that you can really get that connection. Now, there are, with this Sacred Medicine deck cards, there are healing affirmations. So I do want to tell you what the Peaceful Warrior one is, because that was the one that was really coming through with healing. I claim my space here as a peaceful warrior. My fierce love penetrates deeply. So that may be your weapon is love. Love can do a lot more than hate. And it's interesting how hate was kind of coming through with the other two cards with the empath deck, not to spread hate with the political arena. The healing affirmation for the spring equinox, the eagle card, was, I soar into the cycle of renewal with excitement. It's my time for successful action. So you're definitely being called in for healing. So making sure too, with, as I said, you're being called into it, that this is something that you want. Because sometimes when we are called, do you want to say yes? You have to be sure that you want to say yes to the calling. And I'm hearing you do. So I'm not sure who this is speaking to, but if you've been on the fence about the calling, in shamanism, we always, if we're called, we act. So that is really important, that you're walking one with spirit. And if spirit calls you to service, you step up and you're of service. And while you do have free will to say no, it's better to say yes, because it's going to lead to more opportunities, more faith, more abundance. It's going to lead to something. So just know, if you're being called to service, it's because spirit needs you and knows that you can do it. So have faith that you're not being led into this vast darkness or uncertainty just because you don't see it or know it with your eyes or your heart. Spirit is leading you to where you need to be, and you just have to have faith. And that is the hard thing. That's the human aspect of this work, of this healing work, of the spiritual work, is that you have to have faith that you're being guided and led to the right place at the right time to be of service. And that service usually is a benefit to yourself as well as to the other person or group or community or environment. There's so many things that you could be called to service for, but know that your service is needed, and that's why you're being called. So accept it and know that Spirit's got your back. So if you have any questions or anything I can help you with, please don't feel free. Please do. Whoa. Please do feel free to contact me. I'm not saying don't. You can contact me through my website, vickysnyder.com. And I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great July.